Let's bring you some other world news now. A volcano has erupted in Iceland following weeks of earthquake activity. No casualties reported as authorities had evacuated a nearby fishing town. Now, these are live pictures you're looking at now. Volcanic eruptions common in Iceland, but still very difficult to predict. Aksel Zaimovic has more.
This is the moment a volcano in southwest Iceland erupted, spewing lava and smoke in all directions. Molten rock and columns of fire poured out of fissures in the ground. It followed weeks of earthquake activity, and meteorologists had recorded more than 1,000 tremors in the 24 hours before the eruption.
That's kind of mixed feelings, to be honest. So, yeah, let's see how it goes and how long it lasts. It's still amazing to see, but yeah, that's kind of a bittersweet feeling at the moment.
The volcano is about 4 kilometers away from Grindavik, a fishing town in the south. Fearing a significant eruption, last month authorities issued evacuation orders for the 4,000 residents and closed a nearby geothermal spa. The Meteorological Office says the volcanic fissure is about 3.5 kilometers long, and lava is gushing out at a rate of 100 to 200 cubic meters per second, much more than in previous eruptions. Reykjavik's international airport remains open, although there are delays to both arriving and departing flights. Back in 2010, a volcanic eruption caused major disruptions across European airspace. Police are on high alert, and members of the public have been warned not to approach the area. Aksel Zaimovic, Al Jazeera.
Joe Michalski is a volcanologist at the University of Hong Kong. He joins us from there. Thanks very much for being with us. So just talk to us, first of all, about what is it that's causing this particular volcanic eruption and why it's happening now?
Well, I mean, one has to understand that all of Iceland is composed of volcanoes, so it's not a huge surprise. The most active areas tend to be on a fissure system that goes from the southwest toward the northeast. That's where the tectonic plates are pulling apart and magma rises up from the upper mantle. So it's not a huge surprise, and this keeps happening periodically, and again, it shouldn't be a surprise.
And just to come back to the sentiments expressed by the tour guide in Aksel's report there, these are some stunning pictures, and it is an incredible sight to behold, but it is going to cause and is already causing a great deal of disruption.
Well, again, it's really important to understand that with any kind of volcanism, the most disruptive, most dangerous part is related to the explosive activity. So when there's a lot of ash spewed out, that causes problems for airplanes, that causes problems for people on the ground as well. This particular type of eruption is a fissure eruption. That's what we call effusive. Effusive means the lava is pouring out and flowing over the ground. There is, of course, some ash, but it's not highly explosive, and that makes it less dangerous in general.
And how does this particular volcano and what it's doing compare with previous volcanic eruptions around the world that you know about, that you've studied?
Well, in this particular case, it's a fissure eruption. So there are a lot of other examples of fissure eruptions throughout Iceland. And so it just means that there are these big cracks that are big, what we call joints into the ground, and the lava will always rise up through the path of least resistance. It comes up through those cracks, and it's erupting along a whole fissure suite. So that means it's kind of a big eruption area. And but by and large, compared to some other examples in the past, less explosive. And so in that way, not a huge problem.
What is it about Iceland in particular that makes it prone to these volcanic eruptions? What is it what is it about this that is unique to Iceland?
Iceland's got a very special geologic context. It is an island mound right in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, where the tectonic plates are pulling apart. And because of that pulling apart, there's what we call buoyancy. of the crust, where it is rising up through lots of magmatic activity. So the whole island is composed of volcanic materials and a very small fraction of sedimentary rocks that are eroded from those volcanics. But it's almost all volcanic material. It's just a unique setting. It's a really special place in the whole world.
Good to talk to you. Joe Michalski, thanks very much for being with us.
Thanks.